100 bug fixes, a new dino, more Bob's Tall Tales content, and skins for almost every creature in the game, UE 5.5 and roadmap update, and Ragnarok delayed. Boy, are we getting spoiled. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Almighty Foil. Today, we've got a lot of news to cover with this new update, so without further ado, let's get into it. First up, we've got the newest addition to the Ark roster, the DEINOTHERIUM. This behemoth is a tank that has access to roars that buff allies and structure destroying stomp attacks. With a health stat rivaling a Bronto, this drunken elephant is sure to shake up a few metas. Stay tuned for a more in-depth look at this pachyderm, where we go over everything this creature brings to the game. And it'll also be featured in a few Ark Fight Club videos very soon. Now, onto what's going to be the longest part of the video, patch notes. Oh boy. There are a whole lot of bug fixes with this update. We've also gotten more Bob's Tall Tale content, and in a few more attachments for the battle rigs that were actually mentioned when the rigs were first teased, but now it's actually in the game now, which is pretty nice. Stay tuned for a future video about those new additions as well. Now, following a channel tradition, time to read through this massive list of bug fixes, so here we go. New additions. DEINOTHERIUM has been added to the Island, Scorched Earth, the Center, Extinction, and Astraeus. Bob's Tall Tales Wasteland DLC additions. Battle Rig Cannon Turret, Battle Rig Sludge Dumper, Battle Rig Mine Dropper, Wasteland Vault Skin, Wasteland Small Storage Box Skin, Wasteland Large Storage Box Skin. So these are the attachments I was talking about. I'm excited to see the Mine Dropper in the cannon. On to gameplay changes. Added an option for PC users to toggle TPV, mouse smoothing found under Settings, General, Camera. Skeleton Trophy pieces now stacked. Skeleton trophy pieces are now grindable in an industrial grinder, providing a random amount of keratin. That's amazing because those things will pile up in your inventory and you couldn't do anything with them. Reduced amount of skeleton pieces dropping by approximately 50%. That's another nice change. Wind turbine has been redesigned for gameplay balance. They now decay over time, over 14 days, stopping at 10% health. At 10% health, they cease providing power until repaired. Increase the encroachment check radius for structures around a wind turbine. Any structures placed too close to the wind turbine will block it from being powered. Why would they nerf them? What's so bad about wind turbines giving power? I don't agree with that nerf, but hey. Wind turbine will no longer provide power when placed underwater. It sucks. Tesla coil balance changes. Increase ammo consumption per shot to 5 crystals, up from 1, bringing sustained fire duration more in line with a heavy turret. Right mode, when sent to players only, will no longer stun and dismount the players directly when they're riding a creature. Charge mode damage has been reduced by 65% to players and increased by 20% to dinos. So a much needed nerf to the Teslas because those things were pretty OP. The buff to charge mode damage on dinos is a nice compensation though. Creatures with carts attached can now be picked up / grabbed. Creatures that are based on a cart will fall off if the cart attached creature is picked up. Boss cooldowns are now displayed on the boss teleport engram. Add an indicator on the tech teleporter screen for teleporters set to public. Armadoggo's spy kit can now be toggled permanently instead of a limited time activation. For Tameable Titans, delayed despawn logic checks by 60 seconds after creation and unstasis to allow players to get back into targeting range and prevent instant despawning. Favorite server session list changes, beta. Fix favorite servers disappearing from the session list after a server update. Favorite servers display on the session list even while offline and can be refreshed individually. Improve speed of UI rendering, beta. Added option to select no frame gen. Added option to select FSR upscaler option. Added quality mode drop down for FSR. Favorite sections, it's nice that they finally brought it back because it was back in the beginning and then it just never worked. So hopefully it works now. I know it's in the beta, but hopefully it works pretty soon. Gameplay fixes. Fix the issue that caused creatures to sometimes appear as level 1. I hated that glitch. Fix cases of Steam clans sometimes not registering DLC ownership. Bob's Tall Tales, fantastic tames. Fix the dragon boss on the island sometimes aggro into structures and dinos above its arena. Speculative fix for wild Managarmers sometimes getting stuck mid-air on server. That happens a lot. It makes it easier to tame them if anything. Fix Managarmer jumping forward on the server restart. Fix training option appearing on unconscious Managarmer. Fix a server stall related to carts. Fix various ways photo mode could be used to see through terrain. Rip that for looking into bases. Fix purple SD can be ended and looted by enemy tribes on PvE. Oh yeah, that seems terrible. Fix King Titan loot can be taken by enemy tribes on PvE. Fix using the Zeppelin to transport wild dinos to grief other players on PvE. Rip dreads. Unlock the Santiago notes on aberration and extinction. Fix an issue that caused creatures to take full damage from turrets when hit in parts that should reduce damage. That's a big change. Speculative fix for King Titan sometimes appearing invisible to players. Fix Bile Grinder not creating any kibble from wyverns. Fix Fasolasuchus not remaining buried after a server restart. Fix Mech MDSM shield not losing durability on hit. Fix Meguana getting levels in oxygen stat. Fix Meguana's vertical swimming behavior causing the dino to tilt its body horizontally. Fix missing icons for Meguana's enable/disable nursing and back button option. Fix missing texture/VFX while gliding along the surface of the water on a Meguana. Fix a Meguana skinning issue on its wings/nails while walking/running/idle. Fix other players' Meguana appearing jittery during flight. Fix Meguana's animation sometimes stalling out during landing after a small jump. Fix for Meguana's tongue sticking out below his jaw while unconscious. Fix Meguana's equipped torch saddle location. Fix Meguana's belly flop attack harvested inconsistently. Fix Meguana not gliding if holding down sprint before jumping on server. That was nice because those things were so bugged. Fix baby Gigantoraptor feathers not constantly moving when seated in the Meguana saddle. Fix shoulder mounted pyromanes not teleporting in the boss fight if the player is mounted. I've had that happen, lost pyromanes like that. Fix some attachments shown in first person view during pet animations. Added gamepad support for moving custom skins from individual armor pieces. Fix multiple cases of carts attached to creatures with sometimes seeking to the mesh. Fix a case of carts floating/vibrating when foundations were placed on them. Fix supply crates not spawning in the Skylord cave on the island in single player. Fix the character's legs rotating to one side when gliding down glider. Fix feet jitter when doing small movements while gliding. Fix for Rock Drake's inability to glide when jumping out of water. That was another annoying one. Fix the camera pushing into the ceiling while riding a climbing dino on a ceiling upside down. Fix explosive spear fuse sound effects persistent after being shot down by a turret. Fix equipped chibis appearing visible in single player too early when Armadoggo teleports the player. Fix Armadoggo in companion mode disappearing if a server restarts while client is dead and in respawn UI. Fix an issue that can cause Armadog in companion mode to die permanently if the player was logged out. I've lost a few Armadogs that way. Fix Armadog's saddle erroneously appearing when Armadog attempts to teleport to an invalid location near the player. I've seen that happen. Fix a visual issue while riding a Basilisk with an Armadog companion. Fix a bug that can cause the player to have duplicate Armadog companions. That's funny. Fix Scout remaining deployed in single player while reloading the save. Fix Velonasaur visually sliding when pooping. Fix the case where Battle Rig could become stuck inside garage after removing/adding attachments. And there's still more, we're not done yet. Fix Battle Rig ability to destroy redwood trees on extinction. Fix Battle Rig's turrets users sometimes fall through the mesh. What the heck? Fix rendering players in a battle rig, sometimes showing the player standing. Fix sometimes getting pushed under the mesh while dismounting a battle rig. Fix the case that caused crafting the battle rig garage to sometimes not replicate on the client. Fix battle rig's garage abnormally high decay timer. Fix for battle rig sometimes getting stuck in the mesh and unable to move. Fix players appearing invisible to others inside a battle rig with a cosmetic applied. Fix the driver position in the seat when the battle rig is first replicated to others with a costume applied. Fix battle rigs appearing to sink into the mesh upon loading single player/multiplayer. Fix a battle rig launching up into the air when the turret is equipped and the secondary driver attempts to drive. Fix the crash when inside a battle rig and using the gene scanner. Fix blueprint quality does not increase damage dealt and durability on battle rig attachments. Fix battle rig turrets not reducing durability when fired. Fix photo mode having collision with battle rigs. Fix the case that caused corrupted dinos to stand still during Dreadnought's timing. No, I love that bug, dang it. But they fixed a lot of issues with the battle rigs, that's nice to see. Fix inconsistent tail location on Enforcer based on distance. Fix nameless spawning when near Z plants on an aberration. Fix the case where survivor mate's weight would display a 0 on a server when leaving render. Fix survivor mate getting confused with resource variants such as scrap metal/metal ingots. Fix survivor mate's dock station floating when destroying the structure that it's placed on. Fix a visual issue with the turtle's right eye, so specific. Fix the case that caused the tame Velonasaur to shoot infinitely. Fix Iguanodon not fitting through open barn doors. Fix a visual issue with mech footprints appearing through foliage and structures. Fix mechs losing items and inventory component when deployed from a dead Dreadmare. That's another specific one too. Fix Power Rangers Megazord beam VFX getting cut off when firing through the surface of the water. Improved animation of the Power Rangers Giga Tail Sweep attack when it has Dinosaur skin equipped. Fix a transparent material on the tech rifle. Fix footprint dust particles not lining up with players' footsteps correctly. Fix a visual issue in Extinction's ice cave when entering and exiting. Fix placing cosmetics in the hotbar appearing as blueprints that cannot be removed. I've seen that happen. Fix a visual jitter when using frame generation being based on a creature's platform saddle. Fix the Rex textures appearing gray when hit by resin by Rhinognatha. I've seen that happen too. Fix client dismounting buried Basilisk becoming invisible for rendered clients. Fix Dinosuke's HUD elements being misaligned, overlapping, and or clipping. Fix King Titan not targeting the Mega Mech correctly during the boss fight. RIP. Fix for camera braking when entering tiny spaces. Fix for Tusotooth soaking turrets through the mesh with its tentacles. Fix Ice Titan sliding or getting stuck while spamming all its attacks. Fix Scrap Golem's ability to disguise as a rock. Fix Element Imbued Gasoline displaying incorrect fuel timers on structures. Fix Imbued Gasoline applying regular gas time. Fix for Swamp Fever cough audio persistent after taking antidote and even respawn. That sounds annoying. Fix gravity grenades bouncing too frequently. Remove the additional Homo Deus cosmetics unlocking when completing the Extinction's Alpha Ascension boss fight. Fix excitable trait not affecting Dinosaurus' Gigabyte attack cooldown. Fix Pegomass X playing a dodo sound effect when picking up gotcha crystals. Fix baby flyers never attempting to land after being forced to fly when entering water. Fix new single player saves not spawning dinos correctly on Aberration. That's a huge one. Gameplay fixes continue. We're almost there. Fix some gamepad support in the mod UI not working correctly. Various mod UI fixes, so no more white screens. That's nice. Fix Xbox only issue of invisible rocks that appeared on Scorched Earth and Astraeus. I've seen that happen. Fix Xbox only issue that caused a crash when running Astraeus with Game Pass. Fix several exploits. And now, last part, Astraeus DLC changes and fixes. Redesign the teleport platform in the Cyclops boss arena to avoid boss stucking. Cyclops now spawns in the middle of the boss arena to avoid boss stucking. Replace many materials with more optimized ones to increase performance and reduce memory usage. That's what Nectus was talking about. So now Astraeus should run a lot better. Adjusted Cyclops size, probably made him bigger. Fix rain effects in some caves. Fix Cyclops not getting reduced sword damage. Fix Cyclops not showing animations for all clients. Fix Cyclops doing weird animation deforming. Fix Cyclops unmounting with 360 and normal hit attack. Fix physics and color filter issues in Brute Cave. Fix missing grass. Fix missing Brute Cave spawns. Fix mesh holes. Fix Northern Deep Sea gets 6 times damage. Fix Dino spawns in the mesh. Fix supply drop spawning in mesh. Potential fix for Lightning Rock Drake spawning under the mesh. Potential fix for boss fight teleport leads to losing creatures. Fix the world teleporter VFX/sound effects on Astraeus lingering after exiting teleport radius. Fix the world boss on Astraeus message the incorrect boss name. Fix inability to glide with Meguana in some areas on Astraeus. And finally, fix missing Medusa icon. Okay, and we finally got through it. Damn, that was a lot. So as with every Ark big update, something breaks. But luckily, the team has been on it and they've been giving status updates on what's going on and what's fixed. So I like the communication that's happening, and it's nice to see that they're cleaning up the mess that some of the updates cause. It's good to know that Wildcard has learned from their past mistakes and is trying to make an effort to really address a lot of these bugs that are plaguing the game. But we're not done yet. We've still got the new animated series skin pack that just released. It offers skins for almost every creature in the game, which is crazy, but it costs $15. Are around 100 skins worth $15? I'll leave that up to you to decide. But I will say, a lot of the skins do look really cool and give skins to dinos that don't even have skins yet. I'll also be making a video showcasing all the skins pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. Time for the community crunch. Now for the answer to the question on everybody's mind. Where is the UE 5.5 upgrade? Naturally, it's been delayed. Come on now, it's Ark. It's to be expected at this point. But I think it's delayed for a good reason this time. Now, they do explain it all in here, and if you'd like to read it, I'll link it down below. But TLDR, 5.5 upgrade is still underway, targeting launch between April and May. UE 5.5 is the top priority for the team. Some immediate performance benefits, more performance and graphical benefits long term as we continue to develop the product. Additional maps will become immediately optional downloads, which is pretty nice, so you don't have to have them all downloaded at once. So if we don't play, let's say AB, you don't have to use it. It saves a lot of space from the 500 gigabytes this game already is. All mods will be automatically reclipped by Overwolf, but it is possible some mods will have new issues. We intend to directly check and verify all premium mods and the most popular free mods, which should provide a pretty good spectrum of functionality. We're going to do our best to resolve any gameplay discrepancies and crashes ahead of time. Hoping that future upgrades won't be as painful, we'll be looking in the longer term systems to, in particular, load old click data and shaders. One more thing, this summer, a one-click low system requirement mode will get the game to run on GeForce 1080 level cards on systems that have a 16 gigabytes of RAM. The game won't look pretty, but it'll look intelligible, similar in quality to Shader Model 4 mode of Ark Survival Evolved. So all the gaming toaster ovens out there, we have plenty of them ourselves, we salute you. So if your computer or PC can't handle Ark, good news is you'll be able to play the potato version of ASA pretty soon. So I mean, you can make the switch now if you want. It's not gonna look too good though. I don't know about you, but I'm completely fine. I'm waiting on this engine upgrade if it means less bugs and broken mods on launch. I'm glad they're taking the time to go through and try and make this engine upgrade as smooth as possible. Naturally, there will be a few bugs on launch no matter what, but the team has been doing a great job of fixing a lot of bugs and gameplay issues, so I have high hopes for it. Now, on to Ragnarok. Since Ragnarok is going to be on UE 5.5 as well, it also has been delayed to June 2nd. It's a little disappointing, with the original devs coming back to help work on the map itself, it's safe to say Ragnarok is in good hands. It sounds like they learned their lesson from the center. I'm glad that the Ragnarok team is coming back to make this map as great as it can be. Another exciting news, Excellent Adventure is returning. Hopefully it's a full-fledged event this time around, with bunny dodos, oviraptors, and paintable eggs, and the crackable eggs for chibis, second favorite event behind the Halloween one, but hopefully we get the full thing this time around. While the team is busy working on the engine upgrade, they said Excellent Adventure is still coming during April, but it might be a little bit after Easter, which is okay with me. As long as we get it and it's a downloadable mod, I'll be fine with that. They'll have a clearer idea of when the actual release date will be in the first half of April, so stay tuned for that. Final thoughts? Beyond these, the team is still working hard on delivering the additional maps for the rest of the year, more bug, balance, and quality of life fixes, which you should have seen a number of in yesterday's patch. And of course, ASA's first canonical expansion pack, Ark Lost Colony. Thank you all for your support and patience as we work to bring Ark Survival Ascended to new heights. We have a lot in store. Stay tuned. What are your thoughts on today's massive update? Thank you all for watching. This has been Almighty Foil, signing off.